Right. Of course, we also want to make sure that I can see myself. We'll get it there. Oops, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Yep, there we go. There's only you need to see. There we go. And I can hear myself, which is good. But yeah, I was thinking about doing a stream earlier today, but I really wanted to help out Skyla to get her closer to level 65, which is where we now currently have Corinne at. And so, because of that, I decided to forego streaming this morning, which probably also was a good idea because it gave me an opportunity to give my voice a breather, and in addition to that, be able to help out Skyla a little bit. But from what she's told me, she's now caught up to me in terms of the story, so now it's a matter of actually going there to the next part of the story. Because last night, everything that was supposed to happen, everything that should have happened, didn't. Somehow, some way, against all odds, our entire group is still here. And that includes Lady Yugiri. She somehow survived. And so now we have to figure out how best to take this very good fortune and use it to our advantage. So, with that in mind, greetings people of the world, Matthew back with you here at Novaura Autism for Night 5 of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood Live. We're here with our Warrior of Lights, Corinne Loren, who will be joining up with the Scions and Yugiri and Gosetsu to venture out to a brand new territory. So, having made it to experience level 65, we're now going to head to that next territory and see if we can't help to reunite Lady Yugiri and Gosetsu with someone who's very important to them. Let's make our way over to speak with Lady Yugiri to take on our first level 65 main story challenge entitled Here There Be Zayla. Yugiri is ready to guide you to the Autism Steppe. If all are ready, let us depart for reunion in the Autism Steppe. Our route will be somewhat circuitous. We'll need to return to the Ruby Sea and head north along the coast past Visari. I guess we can't necessarily go where the main area is in terms of getting to there, because if you look at it on the map, there's a path to the Autism Steppe that goes that way, but I guess it's blocked off right now because of the force fields here in this area that are blocking off Doma. So how come Alpha Node and Alice aren't coming with us? Well, I have a shortcut for getting to Isari, and it's called Onokoro. Hey, there we go. Good to see you this evening. Glad to have you with us. Yeah, we can warp out to the Ruby Sea and go from there to get to where Isari is, and then we'll continue on to the Autism Steppe. Or is it the Azim Steppe? Don't know yet. Yeah, is it the Autism Steppe? Is the Azim Steppe? We won't know until we meet up with Lady Yugiri. Yeah, that's strange that Alpha Node and Alice decided to stay behind. But at least we're going to make our way over to where we need to go next. Yugiri, are you trying to pull me closer to the town? Because at the initial look, it looked like you were going to be on the outskirts of the town, but now you're going into the town itself. Here we are.
From here we will turn north until we arrive at a cave, through which we must pass in order to reach the Azim Steppe. These single Setsu have already gone ahead. We should carry on as well.
Alright, so she wants us to go that way. So let's follow her into a new area, into a path unknown. And I don't know how I'm being targeted by that fate, but I want nothing to do with it. Now we're flying past Gosetsu and gonna launch right into the Azim Steppe. So time to check out this brand new place. So what will it look like when we get there? And it's time for the Stormblood theme music again. So there's where we are. And so we're going to be going north of Doma. Well, at least we know where we're going to be. At least running out in front of the pack. Looks like we're at the foothills of some mountains. And a big palace over there. Some buffalo as well.
I remember the emptiness, vast and endless. The Azim Steppe, home to countless roaming tribes. A sacred land, watched over by elder gods. Here, we would find Doma's salvation. With the wind at our backs, we walked on, in search of hope, in search of him.
Yeah, we are looking specifically for the one who is supposed to be the leader of Doma, Lord Hien. Of course, his reign has been usurped by the Domans. Or not the Domans, the Garleans. Lady Yugiri?
I give you the Azim Steppe, Corinne, though I should say that this is but one small portion of it. Despite the close proximity, Domans rarely venture this far north. Most find these lands and their people strange and foreign. Fortunately, those who frequent Reunion are more welcoming than most. Come, it is not much further.
Lead on. So the quest ends when I guess we get over to this settlement here. There you can see the aetheryte spinning around. So that's right up there. And get what we require. Step up on the bridge. And into Reunion. I'll speak with Yugiri.
Welcome to Reunion, my friends. Here is where we will begin our search for Lord Hien.
And with that, we got ourselves a choice of belts. And from there we will now take on our next level 65 challenge entitled The Search for Lord Hien. Yugiri has a simple plan for finding Lord Hien.
When last I spoke with Lord Hien, he said he spent much time in these markets. I had hoped we might find him here today, but alas. Hey Yugiri, I've been meaning to ask. There's an awful lot of Zayla here, aren't there?
Those being the Darkhorned Aura.
Oh, I assumed you knew. The Azim Steppe has been home to the nomadic tribes of the Zayla since antiquity.
And meanwhile, you Rayans that live under the sea.
More than 50 roam these lands, and though they do not constitute a nation, there is a hierarchy of sorts determined through ritual combat. Funny, if they're so busy fighting each other, you'd think the Empire would be able to march in and take the step with ease. I wonder why they haven't.
Why indeed, Lise? Why indeed? Perhaps they see little value in it, especially given the fierce reputation of the Zayla warriors who would fight tooth and nail to oppose them. But isn't that what Magitech is for?
These lands were not made for men. The soil is thin and the weather unforgiving. The Zayla found ways to survive, it is true, but they are made of sterner stuff than most Imperials, conscript or citizen. Thanks for taking the time to explain. It sounds like I've got a lot to learn. Later, I mean. We're meant to be looking for Hien. People from many tribes gather in Reunion to trade goods and information. I should be surprised if we cannot learn something of value here. Let us make our inquiries separately. Corinne, why don't you speak with some of the merchants here?
Alright. And so, let's see if we can find information about the prince. We won't have to go far to find our first two people to possibly give us information, starting with Shambui.
Buzz! Fresh Buzz! Your choice of La Moselle! Guaranteed to satisfy! How many will you have, miss?
I'm good.
Eh? A doman? Unless another Zakar is keeping him in her years, he is not here. More fool her if she took a doman for a husband. But enough about domans, let us speak of Buzz instead. You cannot come to the Azim Steppe and not sample this most traditional of delicacies.
Actually, I can choose to ignore your offer. What about you, Yasui?
What fortune have you come to hither at this time? Freshly slaughtered, every cut available at request. Organs too, hearts, livers, brains, or a brace of blood sausages if you desire only a snack. A doman? Poor meat they make domans. I jest. I did see a young mole in the company of one some few days ago.
A mole? Who is the mole? And then over here, Baldura, male aura. Roasted fish with pumpkin, an exotic foreign delicacy, cooked to perfection, beloved without the step. Come, come! You seek domans? Then you are come to the wrong place, my friend. Delicious as my foodstuffs are, they find little favor with those from the south. Now, if it were Goro you were looking for, on the other hand, then I might be able to help you. They flocked my stall. Really? There are a whole bunch of four-armed giants who come to your stall on a regular basis? I hope they don't beat you up. Yeah, now we have to speak with a Goro Horsemaster. Well, great. Now I will have to deal with a four-armed giant. Well, actually, he looks like he's got two of his arms amputated. That's good. I have brought you a new brush, my beloved. So smooth and silky your mane shall be, the envy of every other man. Say again. You're seeking who? Ah, the doman. I know of whom you speak. He comes and goes with a mole girl. Though I cannot describe her, I only know that she is mole because I have heard them talking as they passed. With the chat button say, use your keyboard or the software keyboard to enter any phrase that contains mole. So yeah, we're now going to try and identify the mole, but not through a 10-question quiz. We have Narangawa here. I guess we'll have to say mole. Any phrase containing mole. Why don't we ask, are you the mole? I mean, I could just say mole and I would probably be fine.
I am Aura, if you must know. Come down from the mountains in the north. If there's nothing else.
And then we have Usujen. Hello there. Are you the mole?
You take me for a mole? I am Oranir. Compare me not with one so weak and lowly.
But how am I supposed to tell you apart? You're all Aura. What about you? Are you the mole? Yes, Serena.
Yes, I am mole. My name is Serena. How may I help you?
Don't run away because you're going to be late for school. And you're going to spend 30 seconds trying to turn into Sailor Moon. So yeah. What are you all about, Serena?
Oh, I see. You're looking for Hien. In that case...
How urgent must this business be to leave our conversation unfinished? Oh, we took you away from doing your spending at the market. My apologies. The Kinsai, will you buy it? There is but one bundle left. If not, then...
I will, though I had not thought to pay so high a price.
Yeah, that sounds like something Sailor Moon would complain about. It is a bargain for which you should be grateful. If you lack the coin, then the fault is your own and you will be left with nothing.
Please, I must have the Kinsai. The gods themselves requested it. We are bound to their will.
Only if Luna says so. Pay me the difference in Whisper Root. I will sell it to the next apothecary to pass the reunion and we'll each feel fairly treated. But do not tarry. Should another come before you, coin in hand, I will not refuse him.
I understand. Thank you for this kindness. I'm sorry, but we must speak of Hien later. I cannot leave reunion without that Kinsai.
And so we'll take another 208,000 experience points. Yeah, we come here in search of Lord Hien, and instead we run into Sailor Moon. Well, let's take Serena's next level 65 challenge entitled A Season for War. Serena does not usually depend on the kindness of strangers, but will gladly make an exception today.
You want to help me? Is that it?
I guess so. Yeah, if you can.
I do not know what to say. Thank you, Corinne, thank you. The lumbering ones we must fell wander the plains to the west of Reunion. If we each harvest 2, then we should have enough Whisper Roots. Return here when you have finished. Good luck.
Yeah, that's so Sailor Moon. Let everyone else do the work for her. That's so Sailor Moon. Yeah, why should we not be surprised by this? And yeah, I'm guessing they're calling this the Sea of Blades, with blades referring to blades of grass. Is there a monster up there? Well, I only need to kill 2 of these things. Maybe if there's an Aether Current up here? No, there is no Aether Current. Okay, fine. Yeah, if that's how it's gonna be, then far be it from me to refuse you a battle. I mean, we kinda have to, because you're the target opponent, Mr. Dole. Take it to him. Finish it off. There we go. And to be honest, I'm surprised it's so quiet this evening. I mean, there's no more activity going on in our free company this evening right now, because Yami's girlfriend is now playing the game, and Yami is taking her through the start of the journey, which is really cool. It's nice to see that is happening. I guess both they're so inspired by the fact that Scala and I play this game together. And then back to Sailor Moon. But we'll have to do it the old-fashioned way because I've yet to attune to the Aetherite. We'll have to do it the old-fashioned way because I didn't attune to the Aetherite yet. Yeah, I'm gonna have to old school this one. Alright, step feet down and attune. Well, a lot happened today. The main focus of the day was spending time with my cousin who is moving next month. So she threw a going away party for family and friends today. Okay, Sailor Moon.
Welcome back, Corinne. Have you brought the Whisper Root?
I did, yes.
Blessed is he who shows kindness to strangers, for with fortune does he ever ride.
Or she in this case.
Will this quantity suffice?
It shall. The Kinsai is yours. The gods favor you more than you know, child. Udgan rarely have need of such herbs, and so my stock is limited. Had you come a day earlier or later, I would have none for you.
Perhaps the gods guided me here, so as they guided my grandmother, as they guided this woman from the west.
Well, thank you for singing my praises. I mean, after all, you couldn't have done this alone. You are Sailor Moon, after all.
Hey.
Oh, hey,
How
you
goes
guys.
the search? Any luck?
Yeah, let me introduce you to Sailor Moon.
What fortune to meet a friend of the young master!
Well met, Cyrena. If you have an inkling as to the current whereabouts of Lord Heon,
Cyrena,
we should
okay.
be most grateful for your assistance.
Well, if that's how you're gonna pronounce it, fine by me. Cyrena, huh?
Oh, please. It is I who should be grateful.
Hold! What is this? I came first, you second!
Oh, well, what's going on here? Did we get in someone's way? No, something else is going on.
Know you to whom you speak? All people of the steppe should. Or have you fought so much that you have forgotten the fate of your superiors? Superiors? I spit on your superiority, little prince! Twisted and mad as sand devils your kind are!
We're gonna see a fight break out. Yeah, we're watching this going on.
Those two don't seem to like each other very much. Those boys are of the Oranir and Dothal, the two strongest tribes. The children of Azim are destined to rule, so they declare to all who will listen. Their word is law. For now.
What do you mean for now?
Grand, flamboyant fighters, but deadly, very deadly. He prances as a horse, as do his brothers after their many recent victories.
And on the other side.
The Undying ones too are strong, fearless, and vicious. They often reigned in the past. Now they are sorely tested.
And they can't appreciate the fact that someone's usurped them. Yeah. Do we have a problem here? Mr. Rorschach?
Ah, the master of the markets. He is Castilla. To fight in reunion is forbidden, and to break the peace is to be banished forever. This he says without words, for words are lies to the Castilla. They do not speak.
So there's not a protagonist like the Warrior of Light. So they're on our side.
Interesting. And all these different tribes share the same lands, do they? No wonder it's tense.
Yeah.
I shall look for you on the field at the Nardum. Mark my words!
As shall I. Mayhap I shall take 11 more Dothar heads to make a dozen with yours. I look forward to the day.
And so away they go. But they certainly made their presence known.
The dispute will be settled at the Nardum?
Is that a river or something?
A great battle held on the final day of the Sahan San.
Oh. So basically the Hunger Games, then.
During this time, all bonds of hierarchy are broken. All Zayla are equal and free to prepare for the fight. The tribe which triumphs in the Nardum rules until the next Sahan San. Which in these lands is now.
Oh, how convenient.
Ah, so that is what they call the custom. I presume your tribe will also be taking part?
Not all seek the Dawn Throne. Some are satisfied with their lot. Others, like the Kestir, have reason to remain neutral. Them all are lambs among wolves. Long were we content to remain apart and live quietly,
But now you want to change that? So you're basically Katniss Everdeen then. You're
Never
District
mind
12
that.
competing against
You seek
Districts
him,
1
yes?
and 2.
I know where he may be.
Yeah, no wonder you're an archer. Yeah. Yeah, at first believed to be Sailor Moon, but in truth she's Katniss Everdeen. She's District 12 fighting against Districts 1 and 2. So 207,000 experience points. We'll take these greaves. And see if they are good enough for me to wear. These have crit hit and skill speed. As opposed to crit hit and skill speed. Okay, so this is an improvement. Alright, so let's go ahead and put these on then. So yeah, it's a little bit of a boost, but it is a boost nonetheless. And we'll glamour my Dragoon armor, of course. Because of course the Warriors of Light's look must always remain true. So yeah, slowly but surely we are getting adapted to the new armor, because in some of the cases it's better than what we're currently wearing, and that works out just fine. Okay, before I go any further, I need to go get myself some water because my throat is really dry right now. Okay, back. So, as you can see on the map here, having spoken with Serena here, we've opened up quite a number of side quests. So, before we move on and search for Lord Hien, actually, you know what? Let's focus on Hien first, because, yeah, I really want to make sure that we can find a way to get to him first before we move on to side quests. So yeah, we might as well take care of that first. Yeah, my first thought was, why don't we go and take care of all these side quests? But then I'm like, you know what? If we're close enough to Lord Hien, and she's going to take us where he is, it's probably in my best interest to start focusing on that first before taking on the side quests. Yeah, that is probably the best idea here in this situation. Okay, let's go ahead and speak with Sirena to take on the next level 65 challenge entitled An Impossible Dream. Sirena knows where you might find Lord Hien.
Long ago, my grandmother, having received a vision from the gods, bade me to go forth into the southern mountains. It was there that I found Hien near death from many wounds. I brought him to our village, and there we nursed him back to health. Afterwards he chose to remain, that he might repay us for our kindness. Doman set much store by honor and shame, so at first I did not question it. Excuse me, if I could see him out for a moment. Here, he has grown fond of this place. It affords him a view of the markets and the steppe. I would accompany you, but I must return to our village to prepare my grandmother's meal. Thank you again for your assistance. Our long-awaited reunion is at hand. Come, my friends, let us go and greet our Lord and Master.
As the sun prepares to rise here on the Autism steppe. Yeah, couldn't have timed this better, actually. Yeah, because I can see I saw on the map there, and I'm thinking to myself, like, he's above, and I saw the cliff face, and like, he's above us, isn't he? Because yeah, when you usually go on quests like these, and something is overlapping on something, it's almost always up the top. We found him. Found him perhaps in meditation, high above this place. But yeah. My lord, you certainly have found quite an interesting area to chill out on. Yeah, it's certainly quite something, isn't it? So why don't we go ahead and speak with you? Are you indeed the person that we've been searching for all this time?
The Kami are merciful! My Lord Hien, I see you are alive and well.
Ah, you are come sooner than expected.
Sooner?
So, my blade or my head? Which would you have of me?
The people of Yansha remain loyal to Doma. I have seen the fire in their eyes. They are ready to rise up and fight.
This must be good news for you.
My lord. Return with us, blade in hand, and lead Doma to freedom.
But is he ready, though?
Less than liberty will suffice, then. A pity. It'll prove far more difficult to deliver than my head.
Yeah, probably he's still feeling pessimistic.
But if my people wish to pursue an impossible dream, then who am I to deny them?
Oh, you have Final Fantasy VI music.
And,
He's got the Doma Castle music from Final Fantasy VI. Oh, wow. How appropriate. Good call there, Square Enix. Yeah, and we're the Warriors of Light.
The Scions of the Seventh Dawn, my lord. Good and true friends who opened their hearts and homes to us when we fled to Eorzea.
And how come we're not kneeling?
Far across the sea they have journeyed to stand with us in the fight for Doman liberation. To oppose the Empire, as they have in the West, where they are lauded as heroes for their many deeds.
Say no more, Yugiri. Say no more. I observed how you helped Serena, to whom I am deeply indebted. For that and for the aid you provided my people, you have my deepest gratitude.
Thank you. Well, yeah. Shouldn't I bow back to you? Or at the very least kneel, like Yugiri and Gosetsu are?
There is no doubting your strength nor your character. It would be my honor to fight by your side.
Thank you.
So, what of Doma? Arise, my friends, and tell me of our home.
Yeah, stand up you two.
I have made my decision. Yugiri, I bid you return to Yanxia and take charge of our forces in preparation for my homecoming. As for our esteemed guests, I would ask that you remain here with me. I sense you will be a great help in the coming days.
Your will is my command, my lord, but how much longer do you intend to stay?
Yeah.
Oh, only until I have won the contest? I mean to return at the head of a Zayla army.
How's that's gonna happen?
You mean to participate in the Nardum?
Isn't that forbidden?
Have you a better idea? Consider how soundly we were defeated before. The Imperials may have since grown weaker, but we are weaker still. 'Twould be folly to challenge them without first supplementing our forces, so yes, I intend to win the Nardum and enlist the aid of every able-bodied Zayla I can.
Wow.
Furthermore, by championing them all in the contest, I can at last repay their kindness. Lest you forget they saved me from certain death, and a man who suffers such debts to go unpaid is without honor and unfit to lead.
Just so, just so.
So I guess Lord Hien is our Pita.
Our lord has spoken, Yugiri. But take heart. I shall keep him safe. And should it come to it, bring him back by force.
This is no laughing matter, Gosetsu. But if these are my orders, very well. Once more, I place my faith in you. Pray look after them both.
Very well. Hunch is gonna go on ninja style.
Then. Though it does seem a bit risky. Isn't Hien meant to be the next king of Doma or something?
That's what they say.
So they say. Though in truth I am but a pale reflection of my late father. All the more reason to entreat your assistance.
Yeah, we'll do what we can.
For ours is an impossible dream. To set in motion a revolution that will rattle the very firmament and shake off the yoke of the most powerful empire in the world.
And so it's here where we're gonna make our stand, huh? And then we can officially conclude this challenge.
Corinne Loren, was it? Once again, allow me to thank you for your many deeds in service to Doma. For 25 years did my father rule in name only. My rule, if one would deign to call it that, has been naught in comparison. That changes now. We have a purpose and a plan, and after we take to the battlefield together, we will have victory as well. But you are a practical woman, I can tell, disinclined to trust in words when actions speak truer. I can relate. And so we'll take another 208,000 experience points from them, and these boots. Well, now that we've officially found Lord Hien, now we'll move on to side quests. Yeah, I wanted to be certain that we could find the young lord first before we started to engage in side questing. Because yeah, there are so many here. So yeah, why don't we go around and see if we can help out the people around here. We'll begin side quest by speaking with Tamachag. And he has 2 different quests that we can do.
And he starts with the level 65 challenge with the challenge called Words are very unnecessary, they can only do harm. Tamacheg is not in the best of spirits. Hello there, traveler. As it happens, some of the local Castiri merchants have been dealing with a problem involving your kind of late. Mine? Reunion is run by the Castir. It will not do you any favors to displease them. The tribe is famed for its dislike of speech. They believe that all words are merely lies. The Castiri way is to show your intentions through your actions. Nothing else shall suffice for them. And apparently, spell checking is still a problem for Square Enix. And yet a merchant from far-off lands has recently appeared in Reunion, trying to force the Castiri to trade by using the very words they despise. Ignorance is no excuse. I have seen others attempt to explain the local customs to him. However, it matters not what anyone says if he will not listen. I would appreciate it if you were to take the responsibility for this buffoon. No doubt he is still in the Khan's tent harping on. Which I'm guessing is this thing. And we have Gascot here, or Gasco, I guess. And Zian Elzen? No, it's just a pure Highlander by the looks of it. So yeah, why don't we go ahead and speak with him? I don't suppose you'd fancy taking part in this conversation anytime soon, would you? If I've done something to displease you, you need only tell me what. And just who would you happen to be? If you're here to trade then you'll have to wait your turn. I arrived first. But I'm here to help you and explain the customs around here. What's that? You're not a merchant. Well, you are aware of the funny customs that these Castiri have. Apparently words aren't much use, only actions will do. I was told as much by members of other Ori tribes, but I just can't bring myself to believe it. How can one run a market if they refuse to speak? Regardless, it does not appear that I stand to gain much from continuing to rely on speech. Even if a fellow outsider such as yourself is telling me to follow the Castiri customs, I suppose it is high time I acquiesced. And hey there, Ichigo, good to see you this evening, glad to have you with us. Now that I think on it, if you're not a competitor, perhaps you would be interested in working with me. Seek me out if you'd like to hear more. Very well. Looks like he's just going to be right outside. Yeah, looks like we've got ourselves a good old-fashioned chain quest here. So let's see what Gasco has in mind. It has been an eternity since I last had the chance to talk with a fellow traveler. The name's Gasco. I belong to the East Ordinary Trading Company and I've been stationed in the Far East for a while now. I used to work at our Kugane office until a short while ago. Word has it, it won't be long before Doma fully escapes the Empire's grasp. Who gave you that information? Very few merchants are going to pass up such a good opportunity to train with a newly independent nation. I've always been a pioneer myself and decided that I would make certain I was always the first to explore this new potential trade partner. I brought bags full of foreign goods to impress the locals with. Yet despite this, I'm unable to convince them to even talk to me, never mind take a look at my wares. If they only knew what harrowing obstacles I've had to overcome just to be here. Countless levies paid to pirates, escaping the most dangerous beasts and bandits, I could go on forever. And what is my reward? The icy stare of a Castiri woman. Until today I had never met a lady that thought me anything but a charming gent. As it seems I alone am not up to this task, I wish to ask for your aid, knowledgeable adventurer. If you help me convince them to trade, I promise you untold discounts on everything I have for sale. Like, are you serious? No need to be so alarmed, friend. I merely wish for you to help me learn about Castiri customs. I would not dream of asking you to threaten them or force you to help me with my work. Their culture is like anything I've encountered thus far. If I am to get anywhere, I must study all of the customs and deities that govern their day-to-day lives. Only then do I stand a chance of convincing them to trade. This information shall doubtless be equally valuable to you on your travels. Why, if I weren't such a humble man, I would demand you show your gratitude to me for giving you this opportunity. Well, be that as it may, we'll go ahead and take his 104,000 experience points plus his Zeta currents. So let's go ahead and take on Gasco's next level 65 challenge entitled Words Are Trivial. Gasco is raring to get started with his studies. Let us start by finding out just how Castile communicate with one another. If we cannot learn this much, then there is not much point in being here. It is to this end that I would have you ask the locals about their customs. Of course, I too shall try asking, although I fear I may have already gained an unfavorable reputation with the locals. Can't even begin to think why. Well, I mean, we can find out the information that you require. I mean, that is what you're looking for by and large. We've got Svood here. Let's speak with her. If you wish to understand Castile, you should start by considering why this area was named Reunion. The Zala tribes constantly fight with one another. However, whilst they are in reunion, all conflict is prohibited. This area was founded based on the ideal of the Zala coming together as one. And then two over here, including Baldur, who we've already spoken with before. I guess we'll be speaking with him again. Hello. You would have me explain Castiri customs to you. I would assume most people would pick up after spending a few days here. Mind you, our merchant friend makes me wonder. The Castile refuse to speak. They think all words to be lies. If you wish to earn their trust, then simply follow this principle. It should be clear what you need to do. So did they like sign language or something? And what about Uto here? Yeah, you're not an Aura. Are you helping Gasco? Quite a handful, isn't he? He's not doing his fellow outsiders any favor, of that you can be certain. You would do well to tell him it is about time he started following Castiri rules for a change. And then, well, but that's what we're trying to find out, though. It's not just the Castilla. All the bloody Zala in this place hardly speak. Though they're not quite good at staring, I must say. Did you fare any better? Oh, here's what you need to know. We're supposed to show our intentions through actions, you say. Yes, over-reliance on speech is something we should all endeavor to avoid. Then there's truly one thing for it. We must gain their trust by showing them we come in peace. Like, what are you getting at here? Yes, I shall greet all those in union and show that I only want to be their friend. Here's an idea. Why don't you go and greet Kotota first? She's the one we really have to convince after all. Reassure Kotota with the wordless, you can trust me. So I'm guessing that's the Castir he was trying to speak with earlier. Yep. And since the Warrior of Light being a silent protagonist themselves, Kotota seems unsure how to react to your gesture. You wonder how to proceed. Kill her with kindness, take a gentle approach, or she may not like this. Let's go with the one in the middle. You wonder how best to communicate your intentions. Act as a lady should. Take a friendlier approach. Sure you have nothing left to lose. Act as a lady should. The faint twinkle in Kotota's eyes suggests you have earned her trust. Oh, fancy seeing you here, Kotota. Allow me to show you just how friendly I am. Behold the bomb dance of Kugane! You're gonna bomb dance for her? Come on now, do not be shy. Let us all get to know each other. Why do you stare at me so? Because I think you just ruined my efforts, dude. Well, it seems I've overstayed my welcome. Come along, Corinne. Let us not bother the lovely Castillo any further. Pray with me outside. I don't know what to do with them either. But then again, don't these chain quests usually involve bumbling fools? I'm never the optimist, but even I would struggle to say that went according to plan. Because you killed it. I just don't understand. When I danced in front of a Castilla earlier, several gathered to watch. You should have seen them, Corinne. They were beckoning for others to come look. Pointing fingers, laughing. They loved my performance. No, that's not a positive response. After such a positive reception, I was certain Kototo would respond in a similar manner, but perhaps even dance with me. But no, all I saw was rage in her eyes. And I share that acknowledgement. However, I've indeed gained a better understanding of their ways. Now I just need to consider how to approach them next time. You can think about that while I go ahead and take myself a ring. So what does this ring possess? Okay, so skill, speed, and determination against skill, speed, and cricket. I'm gonna go with this ring. Crit hit and skill speed. Okay, so I'd be better off swapping off this ring. Alright. And now we're inching the item level now up to 271. Slowly but surely. Let's take Gasco's next level 65 challenge entitled Words Are Meaningless. Poor Gasco just wants some Castiri friends. In consideration of the fact that showing my enthusiasm through dance had little effect, I suggest we consider a new approach. Instead of approaching the Castilla directly, we focus on improving my reputation with the other tribes. As I previously mentioned, I brought countless goods with me from faraway lands, the likes of which the Zela have never seen. If I advertise these wares in Reunion, there will be crowds begging to trade with me in no time. Would you be up to the task of promoting my goods to those that have only just arrived in Reunion? I shall focus on the group that enjoyed my bomb dance performance. No doubt they will get to see me again. Speak only with Aura that have recently arrived in Reunion. And how would we know who they are? Because yeah, we could cover the whole circle and may not necessarily have the luck we're looking for. Nonetheless, we're prepared to give it a go. See if any of them are hiding in between places. See if there are any in the sheep pen. Man, look at all those sheep. That's a lot of sheep. That's a lot of wool. Okay, here we are. We found Jabai. Hello there. You say that there's a merchant about selling weapons from foreign lands. Interesting indeed, but why did you think to tell me of this fact? Well, if you must know. The poor man's been denied permission to trade at Reunion? Well, I can certainly see why they'd turn him away if that's what he's selling. Though that works well for me, that is to say, he has my deepest sympathies. We Gessi are skilled hunters, certainly the most capable of all the Zela tribes. We fully understand the importance of weaponry. And from one person who wields the lance to another, I can appreciate what you're talking about. I, for one, would certainly like to see your friend give him permission to trade. In fact, I'll even give him some advice on how to plead his cause. While I am talking with the merchant, I would advise you to continue efforts to win over the Castilla. Something you may wish to keep in mind. The Castilla are always in need of oil to keep the lanterns lit in Reunion. Slay a steppe Gadan and bring back a lump of its fat. The Castilla are sure to appreciate the gesture. In the meantime, I will tell your friend all about trading in Reunion. I shall see to it he knows absolutely everything. Oh yes. Oh yes, what? The way he was going on when he said, oh yes, I was thinking to myself he was going to give me one last piece of advice. And now he stopped short of doing that. So let's go find a Gadan. I may have to go to the other side of the fence. Good thing that there is some holes through the fence that I can go through in order to find a Gadan. Alright, so it's these wolves. Yeah, sorry to break up the music that sounds like it could come out of the Lion King, but I'm afraid I don't have a choice. I'm here on a task. I'm here on a task, and therefore I must fulfill the suggestion that was just given to me. So yeah, nothing personal, buddy. It's just business. And pow! Alright, let's turn this back over to Gasco. And we'll see if he can be able to make use of this. I'm going to have reason to believe that he would. So back through and let's go find Gasco, wherever he is. Oh, looks like Jabei is here as well. Hello again, Quinn. Jabei has told me everything. I hear you're going to procure some beast fat? Right here. Excellent. Let us present this to Castilla as Jabei suggested and earn their trust. A wise decision. You would do well to follow my advice if you wish to trade here. What did we talk about, you ask? Nothing particularly interesting. He merely gave me some guidance as how I could secure permission to trade here. Well, I would have expected you probably would take all of his words seriously, considering what you're trying to accomplish. Speaking of which, thank you for gathering the Stepkadan fat. Could you give it to Kotota for me? There's something else that requires my attention. Alright. Oh, that's right, you want a bomb dance again? Hey, Kotota. Yeah, she's like, what are you doing back? Kotota is unsure as to why you visited. Show you mean well by handing over the fat. I would like to bestow this upon you. Like, what? Kotota is flabbergasted. You wonder if your reaction has something to do with the advice Jabei gave to Gasco. Oh, but now we have to take the quest from her next. How are we gonna... I'm guessing this is gonna be one of those quests where we'll be given no information, because if we're taking it from Kotota, who doesn't speak, then we're definitely gonna have to play a thinking game here. So we have the level 65 challenge entitled Enjoy the Silence. Gasco is deep in thought, even though he's not even in this tent. And what are you bestowing upon me? Points over that way. Kotota gives the sticky animal fat back to you. It seems she wants you to talk with Reunion's Khan about what Jabei said to Gasco. However, he is also Gastir, is Iturgan. Hello there, sir. The Khan is waiting to see how you will act. Bestow him this. The Khan gazes upon you, as if he's staring into your very soul. It seems he wishes you to grant him your succor. How will you respond? Nod, give him a quizzical look, or show him yourself. What do they mean by show him yourself? I think we'll just keep it simple. The Khan nods and points to the northeast. It seems you have earned his trust. Yeah, that way! It appears to the north, points to the northeast. It appears there's something in that direction he would like you to investigate. Thank you very much, sir. Yeah, I was thinking it was going to be one of those guessing game challenges. Turns out it doesn't necessarily need to be that way. Because yeah, we've already run into a couple of those already in this Let's Play. So now we're going to the northeast. But what will we find when we get there? Among the Gadan. Well, we do have a landmark to look at. Which, if this Gadan gets off my back, I will have the opportunity to look upon. No, gonna teach you for trying to run interference on me, dude. Yeah, one part of the chain, two parts of the chain. Step up my game. And take you out. One more to get it done. There we go. So, do we climb up the stairs? I guess so. Yep. This would appear to be the area the Khan bid you visit. You decide to wait for a while and see if anything happens. Yeah, I agree. But even then, we still needed a few quests. Oh, it's our friend. You know, what's not going on there, Gusco? Oh, these guys. Yes, you are certain this will allow me to trade a reunion? Certainly. The Castilla are indebted to us. They'll listen to anything we ask of them. You'll have permission to trade in no time. All I ask is that you sell your weapons to us first. All of them. I'm especially interested in the bombs you foreigners make. Why do I get the feeling this is a setup, based on the music we're currently listening to? Bombs? Well, I have some, although they're used for mining, not war. I don't have a great many. None of that matters. Just give me everything you have, fool. Then you will go back to your wretched homeland and bring more. Yeah, you've been fooled. Are you positive you've been telling me the truth this whole time? When Corinne and I talked to the oral reunion, we were told everyone was there was an equal and a peace. Yet you will monopolize all the weapons I have for sale? You also claim that Castilla will listen to anything you say, but I know full well they will not listen to anyone. It seems I was wrong to call you a fool earlier. You have a fair bit of knowledge beneath that thick skull of yours, I see. Now you've caught on to my plan, there's no reason to continue the ruse. We need your bombs to be the dominant tribe. Now hand them over, you cur! I didn't want to have to bring Blade against brothers and sisters of the Lance, but it appears I have no choice. I'm usually one capable of compassion, but not in this instance. Maybe the Castilla knew this was going to happen. I kind of get that feeling that they could see that this was going to happen. So, yeah, remember me? Boom! Yeah, triple threat your ass. Yeah, brothers and sisters of the Lance you may be, but my friends you are not. Yeah, the leader goes down, and soon his friends will go with him. Load up the attack. Pow! You're out. You okay there, Gasco? Corinne, please accept my apologies. He told me I had to come alone. Jabai, I knew you were foolish, but I never imagined you were so far beyond redemption. Oh, wait a minute. I am sorry we had to involve you in this adventure. However, your efforts have helped us save Reunion from great harm. So Tamacheg apparently knew this was going to happen too. I will make sure the Gessi Khan is informed of events. I imagine he will be keen to see Jabai is punished for his crimes. How did things come to this? The Gessi may be the most skilled at hunting, but they are ultimately at the mercy of their weapons. There is a limit to what one can obtain on the Autism steppe. No doubt they have long wondered what they could accomplish while they were able to get their lands on weapons from faraway lands. Jabai is one of the most radical Gessi I have had the misfortune of meeting. He harbors an intense hatred for the larger tribes, such as the Arakim and the Jungid. His plan was to use foreign tools to demonstrate the Gessi's supposed superiority. I did not ask for any of this. I simply wanted to sell my wares that I may make a living for myself. Do not involve me in your tribal feuds. You still clearly don't understand just why you are hated so in Reunion. Think back to that fat Jabel you had procured to turn into oil for Reunion's lamps. What do you think happens when bulbs are set off near oil? You mean to say my actions were endangering the very lives of those who live in Reunion? Yeah, what have I done? I understand Kotota's reluctance now. She foresaw that the trade of foreign weapons would only bring conflict to Reunion. It would have been irresponsible of her to allow me to trade with the Zela here. Now everything is clear. There is little reason for me to stay any longer. Allow me to apologize for all the trouble I've caused so far. And so away he goes. Oh, and you're giving me something? Thank you. You are handed a vellum covered with Kastiri markings. Oh, like what they're wearing? Kototo points in the direction Gasco headed. It seems she would have you present the vellum to him. Well, as night falls... And holy cow, that's a huge Marlboro. Is that part of a hunt? I guess we'll find out when we get over there, eventually. Yeah, it turns out, I guess we never earned his trust there, Ichigo. All we did was save Gasco from making a horrible mistake. Oh, Corinne, I just finished saying farewell to that group of Bomb Dance fans. Well, before you go, take this with you. Could it be? This is the very vellum required to trade a Reunion. But why would Kotota see fit to bestow this honor upon me? My near bungle almost set Reunion ablaze. Because you acknowledged your mistake? Because you didn't send any bombs to Jabei? Or refused to answer? Well, it's because you acknowledged your mistake. He probably would have figured it out on his own. Ah, yes, I foolishly thought that my wares would enrich their lives while knowing nothing of their culture and customs. It's obvious to me now just why they place their faith in actions. Their gesture has made me feel genuine joy for the first time in a long while. And whilst I would love nothing more than to begin trading right away, I must make one more trip back to our office in Kugane first. I need to have a good think about what I should sell here. I'm inclined to believe food, spices, and seeds of plants suited to the local climate would go down well. I'm sure Kototo would appreciate such goods being traded at Reunion. I will return as soon as I'm ready. The region is so different to anywhere I've been, and that is precisely what makes it fascinating. However, there are still countless people out there who have no understanding of its culture, just like me when I first arrived here. What's more, if traders such as myself descend upon a Reunion in droves, the Castile will doubtless struggle to keep them under control. That is why I must return to give back to this land that has taught me so much. I owe you a great debt to both the Castile and to you, Corinne. I truly hope I see you again in Reunion someday. Well, we wish you the best of luck, Gasco, as you begin on your pursuit of establishing a shop here. So, go ahead and take a ring, and see him on his way. And so our first chain side quest here in Reunion is finished. Yeah, that was certainly quite the chain of events there. Yeah, who would have guessed that we would actually be able to help the guy out? Well, in the end, these chain quests do result in the bumbling fool being able to succeed. So, in the end, we accomplished what we sought to help him out with. So let's see if we can find a mender who can give me a quick repair on my equipment. So I'm guessing maybe the traveling merchant here can suffice. Oh, I was stuck between something in the middle. Oh, okay, you sell dark matter, geisel greens, and fishing lure. Yeah, I'm sure you would find a lot of places to fish around here because you have quite a few rivers. Yeah, who does mending? Well, it's not you, but you do offer various things. And quite a number of it has to do with cooking and also crafting as well. Yeah, bronze and copper ingots for those who want to do low-level crafting and haven't done so yet. You certainly appeal to a wide range. That's of a traveling jeweler. Here's the mender. The mender's over here. Hello, good day to you, sir. Thank you for your service. See, I think Tamacheg makes the most sense to come and take our next quest from, because after all, he did give us our chain quest. Okay, so why don't we go ahead, since Tamacheg gave us our Ether Current quest and he had another one in store, let's proceed to take on his next level 65 challenge entitled Rip-Off Reunion. Tamacheg wants to investigate some unsavory dealings. Would you mind helping me with an investigation? Those who do business here are allowed to set their own prices. However, I've heard word of a trader that has been abusing this system by raising their prices exclusively for foreign customers. Should this continue, Reunion's reputation shall suffer great damage. I have taken it upon myself to regularly check the trader's stalls, but I suspect the culprit is hiding their extortionate prices from me. That is why I require your help. Please investigate the local traders, taking note of their wares and the prices they sell them for. I have marked the 5 stalls I would like you to visit on your map. Report back to me when you are done. Yeah, I think we can do that. So who are we speaking with? Why don't we start with Botukui here?
Why, that exotic aurora you emit! You must be a traveler from far-off lands. Can I interest you in some kumis? It is the most luxurious local drink I have on offer.
Botukui's stall contains an assortment of alcoholic beverages. All of her wares are being sold for very expensive prices. Did we already find our culprit already? Hey there, Mazgood. Come and get your hands on the juiciest fruit and vegetables available in the Reunion. His contain fruits and vegetables also sold for expensive prices. Yeah, maybe it's not just one merchant, it's multiple merchants. I don't know. Maybe Baldur, who we've already spoken with on 2 other quests, can point us in the right direction? Struggling to find something? Search no longer, for I am sure to have it in stock. His stall contains meat, fish, and assorted trinkets, sold for cheap prices. Yeah, I knew we could trust him. We've also spoken with Yasui and Shambui before. Let's go with Yasui first.
You there, traveler. Can I interest you in some smoked meat? My prices may be steep, but satisfaction is guaranteed.
Oh, so that means that, yeah, you're on the expensive side. And Miss Shambui.
How many balls do you fancy, miss?
Shambui's stall contains various kinds of booze, which we still don't know what it is. All words are sold for fair prices. Now that I look at her stall, yeah, it looks like she's selling Chinese-style dumplings. Maybe a little dim sum there that we're looking at. Yeah, or raw dim sum. How would that go down? Hey there, Tamachag. Finished. Well, what did you learn? What does Baldur sell? A mix of meat, fish, and other trinkets. How is wares? Cheap. I see. What about Malsgood? His was fruit and vegetables at expensive prices. Understood. Tell me about Yasui's stall. She was meat and was expensive. And Botsukui? Botsukui was alcohol and was exorbitant. And finally, what about Chambui? Chambui was the booze girl, and she was fairly priced. Are you quite sure about that? You did not seem confident in your answers. By all means, go and check the stalls once more if your memory is hazy. What? What? It's because I said exorbitant, didn't I? Ugh. Sells fruit and vegetables. And is expensive. Crap. I can't remember. Start over. Yeah, I was like, what? Yeah, the first time I was like, what? And now I can't even remember myself. He was meat, fish, and other trinkets. And he was cheap. Mazgood was fruits and vegetables. And he was expensive. Yasui was meat. And was expensive. Botsukui was alcohol and was very expensive. Or can I just say expensive? And Shambui was buzz and fair price. Really? Boy, they're not going to give it to me easy, are they? Let's go and be absolutely certain. Hers are very expensive. Hers are very expensive. His are just expensive. It's like, why are you doing this to me, man? Oh, wait a minute. How come you come off the list? What? That's weird. And also expensive. Okay. Just because I want to be absolutely certain, hers is very expensive. Okay. Vidor's meat, fish, and other trinkets. His are cheap. Mazgood sells fruit and vegetables, and his are expensive. Yasui is meat, and she is expensive. Botsukui is alcohol, very expensive. And Shambui is buzz, and it's fair price. That more or less matches up with what I learned myself. Well, if you exclude Botsukui. Kumi is hardly a luxury commodity in these parts. No doubt she was hoping a traveler such as yourself would be ignorant of the fact. She cannot be allowed to continue this kind of behavior. I will give her a stern warning later. Thank you for your help. The Castillo had entrusted me with a reward that I was to give to anyone able to aid me in uncovering the crafty traitor. I would say you have done more than enough to be worthy of it. Thank you very much. Yeah, that was kind of a bit rough, but we did get through the quest. And in the meantime, we welcome a new viewer, GD Killer Fox 613. Welcome to Let's Play Novaura Autism. It's nice to welcome you to the channel. Glad to have you with us this evening. I've never played Dark Souls before there, GD, so I'm afraid it's not something I am very familiar with or would be good at. Unless you were looking for the ultimate blooper reel, then when it would come to Dark Souls, I would be just the man you would be looking for. I'd probably be as skilled at playing that game as I would be playing Super Meat Boy. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on with side quests here. We'll speak with Tojine to take on her level 65 challenge entitled Stranger Danger. Tojine has a soft spot for children. Have you by any chance come for a walk around the markets? I look after families' children while they stop here. I also keep my eyes open for any children that get separated from their parents. If you happen to come across any lost boys and girls, please tell them to come here. Why can't you go after them? I mean, aren't you their responsibility? Aren't they not your responsibility? At age 11, huh? Well, congratulations there, GD. That's very impressive. Of course, we can't necessarily tell if you're telling us the truth or not, so... I mean, I can't necessarily take your word for it. Hello there. You say there's a nice lady that'll look after me? I'll go and search for her now. By the way, have you seen any other children that look like me? You're the first, actually. You are the first. You have to drop down and hit the ground running. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough there, GD. But I can't honestly remember if you've ever posted a comment by that handle. Hey there. I had no idea there was a lady like that. I will go and play with her until Daddy finishes his work. Though I do wish I knew where my brother's gone off to. Maybe he's with the lady already. Is that so? Eternal Sonata's not that hard. Yeah, it's not that hard. What are you talking about? I'm not lost. But someone said you were. There's a lady here who looks after lost children. Maybe I'll go and speak with her, but not because I'm lost or anything. Yeah, to each their own there, GD. Like, if Eternal Sonata was harder for you compared to Dark Souls, I won't hold it against you. But for me, like, when I went through it the first time, I didn't even find it all that hard. When I played Eternal Sonata for the first time, like, I was challenged, but not to the point where I was getting game over on a repetitive basis. Oh, really, Yami? Oh, man. Well, Tojine, I've had 3 children come saying you sent them to me. I was only supposed to be looking after one today, but things have gotten quite lively. I never cease to be amazed by how friendly zealot children are with each other. Tribal boundaries dreams mean nothing to them. This group alone compares a pair of Himar twins, a Boliri girl, and the Baikwid child that was here from the start. Their tribes are all so different. One of every 3 Himar pregnancies results in twins just like these two. Baikwid women have a tradition of taking multiple husbands. And the Bolir support themselves by collecting dung, drying it, and turning it into charcoal which they then sell to other tribes. They've all been brought up so differently and yet they get along so well. Some days I wish we adults could behave the same.
Regardless, that is a no consent to a traveler such as yourself. Thank you for your help.
Well, I don't think Geometry Dash is available for PS4 there, GD. At least not to my knowledge, it's not. But in any event, let's go ahead and speak with this Autism warrior next for the level 65 challenge entitled Per Bowl Rain. This Autism warrior has his eyes on a peculiar kind of flower, and I think I know exactly where he's going with this. Could I ask for your help? I have no one else to turn to. I have searched all over the XIV steppe for one single flower. Someone told me that was Sword of Reunion, but I have had no luck here either. Could you search for this flower for me? It should not be a dangerous task by any means. What? No, I swore it would no longer. It is a job fraught with peril. For the only way to obtain the flower I require is by slaying a Purble. If you are wanting to help, you should be able to find some north of here. Please slay 3 of them and bring back the flowers. Yeah. Come on there, George Washington. And make you chop down the cherry tree. Yeah. Just admit you chopped down the cherry tree, George. Just admit it. Let's get ourselves over to where the Purbles are that he mentioned. Oh, there's actually some right over here to start off. And still my Chocobos availability. Yeah, for 7.5 minutes, yep. That'll work. That'll work just fine. Yeah, stun you and negate your bad breath. Yeah, we're gonna make you guzzle a gallon of Listerine. And mix it with Scope, too, to deal with that bad breath of yours. You're dead. Alright, next up. Well, yeah, I've been told by people as such in regards to that there, GD. Yeah, they have told me about how the way you do it is. Yeah, in fact, I have had another viewer who used to watch Thamriel and do the various Final Fantasy XIV live streams with him back in the winter tell me as such, so yeah, I basically take his information on considering the challenge of Dark Souls. And considering that he himself is very knowledgeable and experienced with the game, I feel like I can trust him because we have known each other for such a long amount of time at this point. I mean, after all, he's the guy who helped me to clear Zurvan on extreme mode. Okay, so let's give this guy what he requires. Were you able to get 3 of the flowers? I have them, yes. Oh my, that stench! Quite ghastly indeed. I suppose I should just tell you why I needed these flowers. I belong to the Autism, the largest of the Zayla tribes. Recent events have led me to being considered as a potential future Khan. However, I have many rivals for the position, rivals that will not hesitate to kill or kidnap in order to realize their goals. My older brother was forced to go into hiding after 8 attempts on his life. I can handle whatever they would throw at me, but their depravity knows no bounds. This time they have kidnapped my younger brother. They demanded I bring them this flower in return for his safety. However, thanks to you, my brother shall remain unharmed. I may criticize my rivals, but once upon a time I too used less than honest means to try and get ahead. though seeing how willing you were to help me has changed my mind. Well, glad I could help you out. So now let's go over to the other side and continue to take on side quests. Let's speak with this Oroniri youth for his level 65 challenge entitled Silent Banquet. This Oroniri youth is most grateful to the Castir.
There's a matter I require your help with. I want to show my appreciation to the Castir for creating Reunion. The marketplace allows us to both trade and communicate with the other tribes. We would have struggled to do either before Reunion was set up. After speaking with my fellow traders, we decided that we would host a banquet for the Castir. However, 3 of them are still yet to deliver their food for the feast. I am still waiting on Baldur, Shambui, and Uto. Please seek them out and tell them you wish to speak with them about the banquets.
Alright. Yeah. Baldur and Shambui I've already spoken with on quite a number of occasions. Or is it Baidur? Yeah, it's actually Baidur. Oh, my apologies for being so late. We Kakol are still few in number, and it took somewhat longer than anticipated to gather what we required. However, I can assure you it will have been worth the wait. I made sure to collect only the finest ingredients to show our gratitude to the Castir. And then Uto on this side. Yeah, the foreigner.
My apologies for the...
Oh, and Uto is female. Yeah, that's right.
My apologies for the delay. Though I think the Castir will enjoy what I have brought. Smoked fish straight from Isari. I would normally not go to such lengths, but the Castir have done so much for us. The mere fact that they allow non-Zela into Reunion is truly commendable. No doubt their generosity is motivated by trade, but I would be lying if I said it was not the reason that I too came here.
And then Shambui. Let's go ahead and get a drumstick of beast meat, huh?
Ah, the banquet. Do not worry. My contribution is ready. I have been incredibly busy of late and it completely slipped my mind. Our tribe's hunters are so skilled with what we often have more food than we know what to do with. Having somewhere like Reunion where we can trade our unnecessary meat is a great help to us.
Isn't that a first-person shooter? Isn't Dishonored a first-person shooter? Because first-person shooters are my weakest gaming genre. I get destroyed by everyone in first-person shooters. Were you able to find all 3 traders? I did, yes, and they bring their wares to you.
Quite a selection indeed. Have you ever heard why the Castir founded Reunion? They say a Castiri child died from an illness that would have been treatable with the right medicine. Alas, the Castir had no means of procuring the cure at the time. As you say, there are plenty of other popular theories that may be true. The Castir are hardly going to open their mouths and tell us which it is that correct after all. Not that it really matters a great deal, we owe them a huge debt regardless. So yeah, we're definitely clearing off the list of challenges, aren't we, tonight? Again, these side quests done very quickly in a nice, well-timed manner. And in the meantime, we welcome another new viewer, anyone there, to Let's Play Novaura Autism. Nice to welcome you to the channel, and it's good to have you with us this evening. So, since we've been speaking with Baidur so much, we have yet to take on his quest. So yeah, let's not leave him waiting any longer. Let's take on his level 65 challenge entitled Merchant for a Day. Baidur is not very good at his job. Oh, I am beginning to wonder if I will ever be able to sell my wares. I was so certain I could finally make a success of myself here as a trader. Hello there. Tell me, have you ever tried your hand at running your own market stall? I myself have been struggling to sell much of anything of late. Observing someone else may be just what I need. Let me know if you feel up to the challenge. Oh, we just complete the quest there? So this is a chain quest, I'm guessing?
What will you say? Agree to his terms. Fantastic. I have a feeling I'm going to learn a lot from observing you. I've always prided myself on having a varied assortment of goods for sale. There should be something here for every kind of customer. The best of luck to you. Listen carefully to each customer and choose something you think will meet their needs. Oh, we don't simply complete the quest. So we have to wait for potential customers to come by. Oh, I've seen you before. But I think I do see someone coming my way. Anything catch your interest?
Oh my, quite a selection of food you have. Let me think. Yesterday we had fish. Trader, what would you recommend for a bunch of growing boys with healthy appetites?
Grilled fish, cheese, mammoth thigh, or tea brick? With healthy appetites, I would say a mammoth thigh.
That sounds nice, doesn't it? I will take your finest mammoth thigh.
Oh, and you don't ask for money. Okay. So let's continue checking out. Oh, another one came up by.
Give me a toy! Mommy said I could buy a toy because I've been good. I don't have much money, so it should be something cheap. What can I buy?
One horse, a cart board in pieces, a cheap wooden flute, or a fancy multicolored doll. Well, you want a toy, right? Well, I think a wooden horse might be sufficient.
That sounds like lots of fun. Give it to me. It costs how much? Mommy didn't give me that much money.
Ah. Crap. So is it always the same? Is it always the same people, or is it always different? Because, like, I don't know how much this stuff costs. Oh, I pine for that buxom maiden so, but I know not how to express my feelings. Whatever shall I do? I've got just book for you, scream all your love to union. Good things come to handsome gents, or you'll get nowhere with a face like that. I've got just the book for you. A book, you say? Pray tell me, just what is it called? A Beginner's Guide to Termit Child Rearing, Swim Like an Aegean, a Kali Love Songs of Legend. That sounds like what I want to give this guy.
Love songs! Now that you mention it, I remember her saying she enjoyed music. I will take that book, thank you.
We got the thumbs up. So how many more people do I have to get sales from?
Do you think this necklace suits me? I just bought it from that stall over there.
Is that one the XIV dog? It looks lovely on you. What a nice shade of scarlet. We have even better jewelry here. I could say that.
Tell me then, just what will you suggest I buy?
Scarlet earrings, a black bracelet, a ruby ring, or a sapphire ring. Well, you can't wear earrings. How about us? And she does like scarlet, so why don't we say a ruby ring?
That looks very nice indeed. I shall take it. That said, those scarlet earrings go perfect with my necklace. Give me both the ring and the earrings.
So yeah, I guess we got a 2-for-1 deal. And wow, you have long fingernails. Oh, got one more coming.
I must say I'm very impressed. I had no idea there was still so much I had to learn about trading.
Up until now, I'd simply recommended whatever I thought was best, but it is clear that the customer's wishes should always be my top priority. Thank you for all your help. So, majority rules, and we get the quest cleared. So yeah, we helped out Baidur after all, and we certainly gave him some pointers, because yeah, I was like, oh, I hope all these responses I give are gonna work out, and turns out, by and large, they did, and we got officially recognized with a completed quest. Yeah, I was kind of thinking for a while, like, how are they gonna have these people react to the various things I'll tell them? The hardest one, of course, was the boy, because you really don't know. Like they said one horse, but like maybe it was like handcrafted, and it's just a like little thing. Yeah, really, there was no way to know. Okay. So, let's continue on with the side quests here. In Reunion, let's take on Uto's quest next, because yeah, she's the only outsider with a soul around here right now. Let's take on her level 65 challenge entitled Fishing for Customers. Uto would like to attract more customers too. Would you mind helping out the traitor who's down on his luck? You mean her? Because, yeah, Uto, I can clearly see that you're female. You have boobs. I can clearly tell that you're female. You have a woman's face. I can see what gender you are. Oh, Square Enix. Oh my god. And like, I can't help but shake my head at these guys sometimes with the various errors they made with the text. I simply need you to promote my wares to the locals. Try your best to bring the subject up as naturally as possible. I would specifically like you to mention the smoked fish I have for sale. I've caught them back in Isari. With the chat mode and say, enter smoked fish from Isari to get the locals' attention. And we have to do it at 2 spots. Enter smoked fish from Isari to get the locals' attention. I don't think that'll be too hard. But whether or not we actually get people's attention, that's something else altogether. And it has to be all in lowercase. From Isari. Have you ever had smoked fish from Isari before? I hear they're quite delectable. I've only had them the once, but I will never forget it. One of the tastiest meals I've ever had for sure. If someone's selling it in Reunion, then I'll be the first in line to buy some. Not if your friend gets there first. Not if your friend gets there first. Yeah, this is a nice little place. I really do enjoy being around here. Like this place really resonates with me, I feel. Colton is sorry, you say? I must go and take a look later. It's good to see you guys are helping each other out in the chat. Glad you're using my chat to be able to help support each other the way you are. Hello again. I'm pleased to say that I've had a few customers stop by since you went to spread word of my fish. If business continues to be this good, then I might have enough to buy some fur before heading home. The ocean breeze makes Isari a rather chilling place to live. Oh, I cannot wait to go back and see my husband again. Thank you for all your help. Hey, at least you remembered you had a husband. At least you remember that much. And since we've spoken with Shambui on a few instances during quests, now let's take hers. This level 65 challenge entitled You Booze, You Lose. Shambui is in need of meat. Fancy doing some hunting for me?
I have been so busy trading today that I have had no time to go hunting, which is an issue as I am nearly out of booze ingredients. I would like you to slay 4-step zoes for me and bring me back their meat. You should be able to find some just outside of a union.
To the southwest. So basically on the other side of this river. Okay. Well, on the positive side, we did find an aether current, so yeah. Kind of fluked into this one. Yeah, we sort of kind of fluked our way into this aether current. And if they were at least nice enough to give us a staircase out. So yeah, I guess we got a very nice trade-off. Plus there are some zoes apparently over here. Let's summon my Chugwa once again. Hey you. Hey ugly. Would you like to fight? Cause yeah, when I fight zoes here, these giant rams, I take no prisoners. Yeah, you should have never left St. Louis. You should have stayed in LA. Yeah. Stan Kroenke, what were you thinking? What makes it hurt even more is the fact that you also own my favorite English soccer team, Arsenal. How can a man as crooked as you also be in charge of something that I love? Why am I forced to love you? There is no reason for me to love you, considering that you hurt the people of St. Louis. There is no reason. So let's get across now the other side. So yeah, there are more zoes to deal with. And that's right, step into me. Step into me and I shall defeat you. Ah, your charge missed. Oh, and then of course your friend says hello. Okay, that Gears Kogo did count. Good. Thankfully, the cone nature of the move worked favorably. The cone nature worked favorably, and I'm glad it did. Get these guys out of here. And out. So yeah, it wasn't that hard. Yeah, it wasn't that hard at all. So, back across the river. You just like running around with a scythe. To each their own, right?
Do you have my meat? We Zakar are somewhat different to the other tribes in that all our hunting is done by women. My little girls are already proven to be quite skilled with the bow and arrow. I'm sorry to take even more of your time, but could you deliver the zoe meat to my husband? You'll find him just behind that nearby tent.
Okay, so yeah, you're in a way like Amazons, where the women do all the manly things. Hello there, husband.
Oh, why, hello. Can I help you with something?
Yes, indeed.
Ah, you have been hunting for my wife, have you? You have my thanks.
I must say it is quite nice to have the chance to speak with someone that does not belong to my tribe. I would love to talk more, but it is really time that I go back to cooking. Speak with my wife and I am sure she will see you rewarded for your hard work. Very well. So yeah, let's proceed to check this one off the list.
You may not be aware of this, but those from outside our tribe seldom have the chance to speak with Zakar men. We usually keep our men at home, but my husband's booze are so much better than anything I could make. I thought I would be depriving my customers if I did not give them the opportunity to sample his cooking. Regardless, it is time I got back to work. Thank you for all you have done.
Glad I could help there, Shambui. Okay, so as far as side quests are concerned, there's only one left. For the time being, because yeah, I imagine that as we progress along further, we will unlock more side quests. So now we have to speak with the Kastir again. And we have to speak with Kaishan. So yeah, it's time for us to once again sign language everything by taking Kaishan's next level 65 challenge entitled Who Needs Words? Kaishan is so worried he's on the verge of saying something. Oh, Kastir who can't keep his mouth shut? This I ought to see. You can tell from the timidness of Kaishan's nod that he is worried by something. He points that direction. He points to the north. The haste with which he extended his arm suggests there is something in that direction which requires your attention. Let's find out why. And so away we go. What will we discover on the plains? Departing from reunion and trying to find out what out here he wants us to look at. Well, we have a marker here, but it's not here where we're going to be stopping. And we have to go beyond that. Yeah, it could very well mean dealing with Purbles. Or it may have something to do with this. Yeah. A shaken merchant who's had their cart tipped over along with their goods. Who could have done this? These guys! Yeah, how dare you! I shall have to destroy you! For knocking over this poor merchant's cart. Yeah, you shall pay for this! Literally, you shall be paying for this, because I imagine that there's going to be a lot of damaged goods here, and I believe that you'll be forced to pay it. I hope you brought a lot of money, because I imagine replacing this stuff's going to cost a fortune. Okay, you. Let's help you out. Oh, thank you so much. That was nearly the end of me. I must thank Kaishan as well for sending help. I am quite impressed you understood that you were needed here. Working out exactly what the Kastir are trying to communicate is never easy. They all believe all words to be lies and as such never open their mouths. However, they are both so loyal and honest. That is why so many are more than happy to do business with them. Tell Kaishan that I will be along shortly. I will set off as soon as I've reloaded my cart. So yeah, that wasn't all that bad. I'm really liking this conversation that the two of you are having about Dark Souls. I mean, it's not necessarily a game that I'm going to be getting to anytime soon, but I enjoy reading this conversation in the chat. Well, Kaishan, we succeeded. He gives his nod of approval. The tension has finally left Kaishan's oh-so expressive face. You take note of the message of thanks relayed via his warm gaze. And thus, the side quests here are done at reunion for the time being. So, what do you say we get back to the main story? And that means going back to Lord Hien. So, back to his little meditation spot. And we will go from there. Yeah, riding on the plains. And you really can enjoy the gravity of where we are in the world right now. So, let's speak with Lord Hien and get back to main story quest with a level 65 challenge entitled Stars in the Dark. Hien is, if nothing else, an optimist at heart. So, you two have heard of the Nadam. The great battle for supremacy of the steppe. I learned of it during my stay with the mole. To my knowledge, no foreigners have ever triumphed, much less participated in a Nadam. But lack of precedent notwithstanding, I think we should have good standing to bid them march with us to Doma, should we win. Will they even permit us to fight, my lord? We belong to no tribe of the steppe. We are not without options, given what Sirena has told me. You see, in accordance with the god's wishes, her people shall participate in the coming Nadam. And when they take the field, I mean for us to fight alongside them as fellow warriors of the mole. But we need not discuss this at length here. Come, let us head north to Mole Ilo, where Sirena and her people have made camp for this season. Then let us march north. Which means using the Castir's tent to land on! Yeah, I already did that earlier. Figured might as well do it again. Cause why not? So now we're going north for real this time. And we're going up to where we can hopefully find what it is all about, this Nadam. And how Lord Hien seeks to have himself inducted as a member of the Mole tribe. And that I imagine that will also be initiated also, because I can see the tents over there. I can see the tents, so those obviously belong to the mole people. Little Big Planet 3. The only amount of Little Big Planet that I've ever played was a demo for the original. I've only ever played a demo for the original, and even then I really didn't even find it all that interesting. Yeah, for some reason I didn't find that Little Big Planet to be all that good. At least for me. Alright, Lord Hien. My friends, I give you Mole Ilo. The Kanun of the tribe, Temulun, resides in the largest yurt. We should go and make our introductions. Right. Off we go. Because yeah, pretty much a straight shot to the place. And yeah, they weren't kidding about mammoth thighs around here. Mammoths actually do exist in this place. Let me take a little run to the left in order to reveal a little bit more of the map. There we go. In fact, since it's so close by, why don't we reveal even more of the map? Or maybe I can't. Nope, I did. So yeah, that works. So yeah, let's go ahead and speak with the tribe leader. He's going to be in here, obviously. Quite a few other peoples. At last, the traveler comes. Indeed, the traveler is here. Or in this case, travelers. Yeah, we bring 3 other people.
Tamarun Hatun, Sirena, I am returned.
Ah, you found each other.
And Sirena, you changed clothes.
Ours is the soil, Hien. The Domans, and the Eorzeans too.
Oh, and your elder is female, that's cool.
You know us.
The gods know you, child. As do the stars in the heavens, which shone bright at your coming.
The mole hearkened to the whispers of the elder gods, which guide us in our daily lives. We know them through the Utun, like my grandmother.
Who's the chief around here?
Hatun,
Yeah, by their shocked looks.
I am come to beg a boon of you and yours. That I might liberate my homeland, I seek to rally the strength of the steppe. To that end, I wish to fight in the Nardum, as a warrior of the Mall. Will you grant me this honor?
To stand with the Mall is fruitless. Hien, do not do this. The gods may have willed that our tribe join in the Nardum, but...
But they didn't count on us actually intervening?
There is no path to victory. We are weak and our numbers few. Even with your help, it would be impossible.
Obviously you don't know who I am then.
I thank you for your concern, Cyrena. But it is precisely because of the seeming hopelessness of your cause that we must needs cast our lot with you. Were we to join hands with a more favored tribe, our victory would inevitably be attributed to them, and no one would follow me to Doma.
Yeah, you don't seem so assured.
'Twas the gods' will that we fight. Mayhap this too is their design. Hear me then. As Hartoon of the Mall, I invite you all to join with us in the Nardum.
Thank you. Four fine warriors at your service.
Will you look after them?
Come with me, friends. There is much I would show you.
Please do.
You... wait. I would have words.
Would you now? Please tell,
A
Chief.
singular radiance, shimmering, like a jewel of the Dusk Mother, blinding in its brilliance.
Yep, Warrior of Light at your service.
Stars flicker and flock to you. Before such gathered light, even the secrets of the gods may be laid bare.
And you know the Echo too.
Some are fated to rise in grace and glory. Others to falter and fade, though not from memory. Both will be your strength and salvation come the end.
Like, huh?
Cherish the stars and the light they bring you in the dark. For you are a traveler, are you not?
Well, you certainly understand the influence that the Warrior of Light can bring. There's no question about that. So yeah, why don't we go ahead and speak with Cyrena to complete the current challenge.
Thank you all for coming, and for offering to fight with us in the Nardum. Though I still fear our chances grim, I am grateful for your assistance. To be recognized as warriors of the Mole, there is a trial you must overcome. But before we speak of such things, there's another more pressing matter.
Well, why don't we find out which of these weapons would be best for me to take? I will be taking this. So why don't we go ahead and take on Cyrena's more pressing matter at the level 65 challenge entitled A Warrior's Welcome. Cyrena would impress upon you the gravity of the path you walk. Hey Mira, good to see you this evening. Glad to have you with us.
My friends, I must warn you, the path upon which you embark is fraught with peril. You will journey unto the far reaches of the steppe to confront a terrible foe, as did the warrior Bardam in the days of yore. 3 days he battled with the demon ere he returned to his people. So it is written, so it must be. Many who follow in his footsteps perish, lacking in strength of body and mind. Therefore,
You want us to go?
we must treat you to a great feast.
Huh? Were you pulling the wool over our eyes? Yeah, shocked looks. Yeah, what's going on?
Have I said something strange? The hungry fox starves staring at the bull's testicles, therefore warriors should be well fed on the eve of battle.
Well, Lord Hien appreciates the humor. She does have a point. You have been keeping busy in my absence. A brief repast may be in order, lest we collapse of fatigue and malnourishment in the midst of our trial.
Yes, just so. However, it will take time to prepare. Is there anything we can do to help? It might also give us a chance to learn more about your people and their ways. Well, if you insist, I am sure that the others will be glad of your assistance. Will you go and speak with Dorbei, Lys?
Alright. Okay, that's awesome, Mira.
As for you three, you can help me with another task. For today's feast, the gods decree that we lure Gulo Gulo to slaughter with entrails. Perhaps you could be the ones to do this?
That your people look to the gods for guidance I understand, but in your daily meals, I say your grandmother must be quite busy.
Some days more than others, but every night we come together around the cook fire.
Even babes must earn their keep on the steppe. Give over the entrails, Cyrena. We will bring you a bounty of meat. Thank you very much. And so away we go. The two men with their respective katanas, and the warrior of light with her lance. So let's go to where Lord Hien is. Hiding around this rock. Alright. A word of advice. Our quarry is wont to avoid the Zela and the settlements, but is fond of flowing waters. A thought occurs to me. How about we make a game of it, Corinne? I have 6 bags of entrails with which we may lure our Gulo Gulo. 3 for you, and 3 for me. Whoever returns with the greater portion shall be declared the winner. What say you? Yeah, I'm ready. Okay there, GD. Thanks so much for coming. Hopefully we'll see you again next time. Then it is settled. Gosetsu will stand as witness. Let the game begin. So do I have to win the challenge? Or is it just if whoever gets lucky with finding the right spots? Yeah, they have a chocobo companion in hand, so I will trust them to pull through. The watchtowers of Mo'ila are still visible in the distance. It seems unlikely that Gulo Gulo will venture this close. Use an entrails to act a lure here? No. So yeah, now it's a guessing game. So yeah, basically we now have to use deduction to determine where these Gulo Gulo will come from and how many will we locate. I imagine this one is going to be in an elevated position. So let's go around this way. Avoid the Mu Shuwu. Or maybe not. Yeah, back off. You and I have no business here. Alright, let's check this area. Hoofpit, hoofprints, and wagon tracks are unmistakable in the earth. Perhaps there are Gulo Gulo lurking nearby. We will use the entrails. Well, we found a Gulo Gulo, but we also found an ancient Mata Mata. So we ended up locating one of them. So yeah, I can see what that guy is doing down there. I can understand what he's attempting to do because apparently the Mata are associated with this quest. Okay, so we determined that this section is bad. Let's see if we can get higher up and figure out what could be waiting over there. Is this particular spot a good place? Well, not if that thing is nearby. Actually, there's two of them. Two Mushu. Maybe I should let him lead out. Let's have a look. This area appears to be isolated and far from any Zala settlement. There may be many Gulo lurking nearby. Let's go ahead and use some. There's 3 of them. Alright. Let's have them pull over. Here we go. I think I have a chocobo in hand. Because I imagine I will need one, especially since I got hit with paralysis. Yeah, this is definitely going to turn into a killing field to be sure. Damn it, come on, pull through, Crane, pull through. Take this. Yeah, get these guys killed, there we go. Into the air. Pow! And again, boom! Okay, so we found 4 Gulo in total. So remember, we don't want to go down there, so there's 2 spots over here still. It looks like these are the only 2 spots left. Well, judging by the size of that circle, there's probably 2 spots in that one circle. Because I have it there, GD. I was diagnosed over 25 years ago. Alright, so... yeah, actually it's close to 25 years. It's not over 25 yet. Alright. This area appears to be isolated and far from any Zala settlement. There may be many Gulo lurking nearby. We'll take the entrails and use them here. We have 2 of them. Now get these guys taken out. Dirty claws. Why didn't you wash them before you came to fight? Getting them all dirty. Oh, and then we drew in a Mushu. Well, great. Probably just spawned right here too. It probably just spawned right in our faces. Take this. Yeah. Popping us up on us like that. That's not gonna go down like that, buddy. Yeah, so am I there, Mira. Yeah, I am also a high functioner. Alright, so we got a total of 6 pieces of meat. Did we fare better than Lord Hien, though? And was that the absolute requirement of this challenge to do that? I think I want to get below these Mushu. See, I don't want them doing to me what happened last night. Oh, someone's got a Pegasus. Well, Kaiba boy, I don't know about you, but it looks like I'm going to win this duel. Okay, Gosetsu. Oh, have you used all your bait? In that case, let us see the fruits of your labor. It's going to be a total of 6. Lord Hien? Oh, it would seem at the very least you are the faster hunter. But speed is not everything. For my part, I slew 6 gulo, and we have a tie. That you have, my lord. As for Corinne... Yep, 6 on this side too. 6 gulo did she slay too. 'Twould seem you have met your match, my lord. Of all the possible outcomes, this is perhaps the most amusing. And perhaps the most auspicious. Though I would have preferred to win the day, I shall settle for the whimsy of the kami. Thank you there, Lord Hien. And with that our game is concluded. Let us return to Mo Ilo forthwith, and let us have Corinne present our meat to Sirena. Mayhap you are unfamiliar with traditional Zela cuisine. Let not its appearance deceive you. It is quite healthy and nourishing. Were it not so, I doubt they could have nursed me back to health. You should have seen the state I was in. So, back to the east. Yeah, it turns out we're not all that far. Okay, Sirena, time to give you what you require.
You returned, Corinne. How was your hunt?
Well, here's what we got for you.
My word, this was impressive. Or were you so hungry that you felt the need to kill so many? Well, I shall endeavor not to disappoint you with all my cooking.
And so, yeah, I imagine we're going to be engaging in the meal next. Why don't we take this small sword here? Yeah, because I imagine we'll enjoy the banquet first, and then we'll call it a night. So let's take Sirena's next level 65 challenge entitled The Heart of Nations. If you wish for employment, Sirena has a suggestion.
It will be a little while before the meal is ready. If you and Lise wish to fill the time, perhaps you could assist Dorbet? He has many responsibilities and will welcome your help, nor would you regret making his acquaintance, for he is well liked and respected by all. You may find him by the other yurt, taking stock of our supplies.
Well, it also looks like we unlocked a number of side quests too. So yeah, I think we'll just take this quest and then call it at this point. Ah, one of the newcomers. Welcome. I spoke with Lise. I bade her help the children gather fuel for the cook fires. I trust it will be a good experience for all. For you too, perhaps. Seek them in the south across the bridge. Then we'll go that way. Go that way around the corner and make our way back across the river. And land in the water. And wow, this valley is deeper than I thought. We did someone poking at something. So I guess we'll find what we need on the other side. But that of course that was already established. Oh, here she is. What are you finding that's going to be all wet?
Oh, Corinne, are you here to help too? Great! I suppose Dorbet told you that the children and I are gathering fuel for the fires, did he? It'll need to be dried before they can burn it, of course. You do understand what we're here for, right? Only, some people can be a bit squeamish about this sort of stuff. Then again, you've never minded getting your hands dirty, have you? Anyway, we're trying to get 4 pearls each. Good luck, and keep an eye on the children while you're at it, eh?
Yeah. As suspected, we're gathering dung. Yeah, we're gathering dung. Because its contents are combustible. So yeah, it's basically a shit fest. That'll include the likes of purple marbles and other fantastic delights. So collect from here too. Go around the other side. And see if we can't keep looking. Alright, here's another one off in the distance. Well, if nothing else, because these plains are so open and wide, it makes finding these tufts a lot easier. Yeah, that certainly helps a lot. And here's the last one. And give it to Lise. So yeah, success! However, this does not constitute a success. My constitution does not require getting a bonus point here. Yeah, that being a reference, of course, to Neverwinter, where Constitution is one of my main traits playing as a paladin. Lise?
Well, have you found your share yet?
I have, yes.
Good work. I hope you took the time to talk to the children while you were at it.
Actually, I didn't. But here they all come.
Lise, look how much dung we have. Wow, I'm impressed. I thought we gathered a lot, but it looks like we'll have to admit defeat. Dorbay will be happy we found enough. Not just Dorbay, now we can continue making cheese. Not that I was worried. It was easier when we were living near that forest, but dung works just as well as wood. I heard them all move from place to place, that the gods tell you where to go. That must be hard on you all. Hard? I do not understand. Why is it hard? It is better for the animals to move, to have more food to eat, and land to roam. To stay in one place is harder, no?
Yeah, I guess they're just so accustomed to this way of life.
From the heavens come the rain, which nourishes the soil. From the soil comes the grass, which nourishes the beast. From the beast comes the flesh, which nourishes the Zela. Ours is the soil of one and all. But you Westerners are like the Domans. You live in the same place, in villages. And all the villages are in place and part of a nation, yes? He talks about nations sometimes. When he was injured, he spoke of Doma in his sleep, but I did not understand his words. Whenever I ask him about Doma, he just smiles and looks to the south. It reminds me of my mother when she waits for my father to return from a long journey, but he will not wait any longer, will he? Because you came for him, to take him back because his nation is more important. Oh, I'm not sure how to answer this.
I don't think I know how to either.
A nation is a place, I suppose. A place, and the people in it, and maybe the things too. But more than that, it's the history, the traditions, the words, the stories we tell ourselves and our children, everything that came before and everything that comes after. The place we were born is part of who we are. We carry it with us no matter where we go. Whatever we become, that part remains. That link to our fathers and their fathers before them. It's not important to everyone, I suppose, and that's fine. But it's important to Hien, and to me.
Yeah, I guess they need more convincing.
Some call them more fools for listening to the elder gods, but it is our way, our pride, our nation? Something like that. It's something precious that you and others share, and that no one can ever take from you. But we can talk more about it later. It's time to go home. Dorbe is waiting. I'll stay with the children. Why not go and let Cyrano know how we got on? Okay. And off go the children. The happy little children. So time to make our way back across the bridge and back to Cyrano. Yeah, once we get this quest done, we'll call it a night. And because yeah, we've been going for about 2.5 hours now, and I think we've made quite a good amount of distance in doing various quests. And now that we've unlocked side quests around the mole encampment, we'll be able to take those on as well. So let's go back to Cyrano and speak with her. Welcome back, Corinne. Did you speak with Dorbe? I did, yes. Well, you will forgive me if I ask you to wash your hands. I shall pour you a cup of milk tea in the meantime. The meal is almost ready, so we should summon Hien and Gosetsu. So later that night, after the rain stops falling, just the ladies chatting. At least you fell asleep.
She needed the rest. To come so far and carry so much.
She wasn't alone in this endeavor.
Hien and his friend, too. Strange that they should vanish so soon.
Yeah, I was wondering where they were. Uh-oh. I imagine they're training. Uh-huh. Yeah, they gotta be ready for anything. Especially with Nadam coming.
Not troubled by your old wounds, I see.
Nor you by yours.
What's
I
on
know
your
I should
mind?
have fled with the others after Father died, instead of blindly fighting on. It was reckless and foolish, and there was naught to be gained from it. Everything to lose, rather.
We know no path save the one we walk. I myself am in no hurry to meet those who have gone before. Not while I have still to make amends.
Well said.
Indeed. So back to training. Whoa.
You are none the worse for your time in the wilderness. On the contrary, I would say you have improved.
Yeah, if you can get the upper hand on Gosetsu.
Come now, your victories still far exceed mine. Or have you forgotten all the times you trounced me as a boy?
Oh, now you have problems on your mind?
I feared I would not see you again.
A life so fortuitously saved should be spent wisely. Without regret, would I have traded it for our people's amnesty, had it been their will. Instead, they have called for the sword, and so that is what I must be. Until this blade is broken, I can but carve a path forward.
And we hope you'll do well.
Were you truly so concerned for my well-being? You never showed it when we used to spar.
How you cried when you lost, and when your mother tried to comfort you. Then when you inevitably came at me once more, swinging your wooden sword wildly. Mina's little Master Shun. What a fine young man you've become.
A man should not be addressed by his childhood name. I've told you about that before.
Oh, well, I guess we found the one way to get on his bad side.
Ah, the mask slips. And I was so close to cultivating a winning persona.
Were you now?
There will be opportunity enough for putting on airs after you have returned in triumph to Doma. Now is the time to show our true character.
Yeah. Hope I'm not interrupting. Yeah. No secrets between comrades, eh? Or Shun, was it? Or so long as we win when it counts. I'd rather egg him on further. Yeah. Shun, was it?
Yes. 'Tis a name my parents gave me as a child, but I should like to think I have long since outgrown it. But as you seem determined to bring it back into use, I believe a match is in order.
Oh, great.
If I win, you will be honor-bound to divulge one of your darkest secrets.
I can do that right now. The person playing this female avatar is a guy. So in essence, I'm playing in drag. So we're gonna have to do that right now. Hey Lily, good to see you this evening. Glad to have you with us. Oh, no, we just speak with Hien and that's it. But then I guess that's the next quest after. Well, my friends, I for one am full of vim and vigor. I trust you feel the same? Then what better time than now to undertake our trial and become full-fledged warriors of the mole? Alright, well, I don't know about you, but I am content to call it a night here, actually. Because now that we appear to be ready to become full-fledged mole members, we have opportunities as well to take on these side quests over here. So yeah, there's no less than 6 of them. And there could be more on top of that as well. And then one out here out in the wilderness too, so that'll make it 7. And are there any more currently in Union? No. Okay. So yeah, no less than 7 side quests to take on next time. And then we'll proceed to get to the meat of the matter, which will involve being official members of the Mole tribe here in the Azim Steppe. And then, if we're really good, hopefully succeeding in the Nadam and uniting the Zela in attempting to liberate Doma. But that'll happen tomorrow. So, my apologies for not putting out a stream this morning, but I was trying to help out Skyla getting closer to where I currently am. And so I intend to help her out as well tomorrow. So hopefully I can help her catch up by tomorrow afternoon, at which point we will be back together and I will join you for more streaming of this game. So with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching Day 5 of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood Live. And I'll look forward to seeing you guys back here tomorrow as we continue to help out the Mole people as they seek to claim victory in the Nadam, and we begin our pursuit of liberating Doma. So, until next time everyone, this is Matthew at Novaura Autism, saying take care, and I'll see you soon.